So I haven't taken a trade yet this morning, and you can see um, we're in a range right now, and I don't think so. I was considering going short here because technically it's you could look at this as this bar right here making a double top. First entry failed, second entry, but I just didn't like this overlap. There's dojis in here. It looks risky to me, but it was off a trend line, so there were reasons to like it. And you can see now we're bouncing off this midline. And that was another reason. We just don't really know what's happening. I mean, there could be a trend working up, um, which it looks like there is. Let's see if okay, so that's probably it right there. But you can see, I mean, these trend lines are valid, but we haven't made it to the high. And this lower high, I mean, that kind of looks good too, but it's just so much overlap. I don't think we can take it. So I got about 18 minutes until I stop trading. It's 7:27. I stop at 7:45. So we'll see if we get a setup. I'll probably just leave the video running and edit out any wait time. Either way, we got a break, close outside. I mean, maybe we'll get, if you draw it this way, well, actually, either way you draw it, you should be expecting a new high of this channel, I think. Because even if you draw it like this, I wouldn't really look at this one as a close outside. So maybe if we get a second entry with the room to the highs, it might be a good idea to take it. This looks like one-legged correction. So if it bounces here, I'll probably take a higher low, which would be the second entry. And if that doesn't set up, we could get set up for a failure. But the bias is up, if only slightly. It is up, as you can see from this channel, but we're not making new highs, so that's a little concerning when it comes to going long. So we just broke through the EMA. And now we're bouncing a bit off yesterday's close. It looks like we might okay, we have the prices bounced a little bit off yesterday's close. Just got a new high. So perhaps this channel is actually like this, in which case you get a break, move to a new high. All right, so we got our first entry. Perhaps we'll get a setup for a failure. We'll just have to wait and see. This move down looks like it could be like that. Perhaps it's also like this. Both look pretty accurate. Looks like we're getting some buying here. This would be a second entry short if this closes bearish, but you can't take that. These 3 bars stacked up. So I think we want more of a pullback to the EMA if we're going to take a second entry short. And if this fails, it's a failure too. So I'd like to see it bounce off the EMA and give us a nice bearish signal bar. We'll see. So yeah, this would be a failure, but I'm not willing to take that, and with all this 4 bars stacked up. And really, we could just be in a larger range like this. So okay, there it failed. Looks like a lot of people liked it. Probably got you your 4 ticks. 41.25. Yeah, so that would get you 4 ticks. I'm looking for 8 though. And even if it works, it's just can just yeah. Now you would have gotten 8 ticks here. There is resistance here at yesterday's closing price, but again, I'm just not crazy about that. Now you get something a little bullish. We got to close outside this channel and move to a new low. Even if you draw a little steeper, we have a close outside, move to a new low. So if we get like a bounce off this trend channel and the midline, and then a higher low with room back to the EMA, I'd be willing to risk that. And now, like a second entry, I don't think it's a tough call on the second entry short because we're making higher lows, but we're not making higher highs. So it's a tough call. This will probably prove to be an area of resistance. You can see this bar closed beneath it. So if it continues to hold, we'll see. And so now we're back into this range, and I think we'll probably, unless we pull back and close beneath it, let's see. Okay, so it's a doji. It looks, we closed inside, so we'll probably test the highs eventually, and with the breakout, it could really set us up for a breakout in the other direction. We'll just have to see. That kind of looks like a higher low, but it didn't tick lower, so can't really treat it that way. And here you can see we're finding a bit of resistance at the midline of that range. And really, I would assume that this range is, we hit a measured move down here. You can see that. So all right, so we're making a new low. I would. It looks like we bounced off this trend channel. I mean, we came very close. So if we got a reversal pattern up here, and the rejection is looking good, I'll probably take it. But I don't think I'm going to take a second entry short. So that's looking. Let's see how this closes. Okay, well, and it closes above the EMA, so it's looking like, if we get a good looking reversal pattern, I think I'm going to take it. And so the thing here also is like, it looks like we might get set up for a breakout pullback, and if this isn't the top of the range, this is, which it could be, that would be a nice breakout pullback. We'll just have to see. So I'm liking the bullish momentum. Let's see, but even this is, yeah. Hmm. And at this point, you might prefer waiting for a second entry. We'll see. Because I mean, if this is our signal bar, I don't want to go long that high. So hopefully we'll make a new low and then bounce. But it doesn't look like it. Looks like we're gonna, yeah. So that's probably a failure. If we get this matching, hopefully we'll get a matching low and a good signal bar to go long on. But we'll see. I mean, this looks like a failure to me. I don't think, if it ticks higher, maybe I'll drop a limit order. So what are we at down here? About 44. So let's say 43.50. So let me drop a buy limit, 43.50. So I'll risk like 2 points. We'll see. A little more than 2 points, 2.5 points. We'll see if I get filled. Let's keep an eye on. So when it ticked higher, it was 48.50. So if it hits 50.50, we gotta back out. Okay, so it hit 50.50. That was a good failure, but I just couldn't pull the trigger. I think just because it's a very large bar and we're going into the highs. But I think, I mean, I was reading it right. Just couldn't pull the trigger. So that's how the morning went. No trades today. I'll be back later with the analysis.